41, Lucy Mailo, and number 20, Orlando Wall. The team captains for Baldwin, number 54, Thomas Miyamoto. Number 75, Jared Longwu. And number 56, Benjamin Rowland. Your officials for tonight's game, referee Mike Oshima, your umpire Phil Akana, linesman Jim Beavers, line judge Henry Sarakindra, side judge Matt Sumstein, and your field judge Mo Red. Your alternate Hardy Spore.
Start the game. Baldwin has won the toss, and they have elected to receive.
Baldwin will receive from the south end zone. Kahuku will kick off from the north. Timer, Gary Hermosur.
From the Aloha Stadium, the Stadium Stars Television Sports Network presents semifinal action in the first annual state high school football playoffs. Tonight, the Maui Interscholastic League champion Baldwin Bears, they'll be taking on the OIA champion Kahuku Red Raiders. I'm Big Steve Naiole here with my tag team partner, Coach Darren Hernandez. And Coach, this is going to be one heck of a game this evening.
Well, I think so. I think one of the things that that's going to be interesting to watch is going to see the physical size of Kahuku at all positions. Now, don't get me wrong, Baldwin has some big boys, but Kahuku, from top to bottom, the size and the depth of their roster is very impressive.
Maui, they actually are the defending four-time Neighbor Island champion of the Neighbor Island, so they'll be bringing that record here to Aloha Stadium versus OIA champion Kahuku Red Raiders. Starting off the game, back to receive for the Baldwin Bears, number 25, Huli Rivera, and this ball will be kicked off to him. This game is underway. This will be Huli Rivera. He switches it off with a switch off to Nolan Waller. He goes up the sideline to the 40. He's still on his feet. Flags are down. Still managing to get to the 10, the 5, touchdown, Baldwin. But we do have penalty markers on the field.
And Nolan Wada, that was absolutely fantastic. Then you see Wada, again, a tremendous job. If we get a chance to look at it on the replay, looks like that one will be coming back, Steve.
Boy, we knew there were going to be fireworks. We didn't know they were going to set them off so early. Nolan Wada, remarkable return. And he is actually one of the top
During the run
players.
back, we had clipping against the receiving team, 15 yards from the spot of fall, first down.
Boy, that penalty hurts. It really does hurt the Baldwin Bears.
There you see head coach Joe Balangitao for Baldwin. He's done a fantastic job this season. Again, as I said earlier, Steve, Baldwin does match up physically. They have some big boys on their squad, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare against the OIA champion Red Raiders.
So Baldwin takes over 1st and 10 from the 44. Quarterback Stephen Hafoka. He'll be set to the Bears. He hands off. This handoff going out to Wada. Wada's across the left side down to the 45. And he's tackled there, making the stop for Kahuku. One of the studs on defense, number 92, Semisi Levi for the Red Raiders.
Well, I'll tell you what, Nolan Wada, 5'10", 160-pound senior, Steve. Here you see on the Chevron replay. Again, this is a two-back offense with a tight end. They're going to use some backfield motions to try to get Kahuku's defense to flow in one direction, they'll come back with some trickery in the other way.
So Wada gets 2 yards on first down. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 46 for Baldwin. It's a play action to Wada. Afoka scrambles out to the left side, across the 50, across the 45, and down to the 41. Manages to get a Baldwin first down. Quarterback Stephen Afoka.
Afoka, 5'7", 168-pounder. Here's a chevron replay. As you can see, he just pulls that ball down. It was a quick decision by Afoka to take the ball and run when he was being chased, and there was no one open in that quick play action.
You know, they talked about the speed of Maui, and it's evident so far in the first couple of plays from scrimmage. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Baldwin from the 41-yard line. Afoka still at quarterback, and Wada split back in the backfield. This passes, actually keeps it to the left. Afoka's in the open, and he gets tagged at the 30, making the hit for the Kahuku Red Raiders. Waika Abraham coming up to just stump him.
Waika Abraham coming up. That's what the DB is expected to do. A corner, a strong corner with the force play. Here's the chevron replay. Again, you see Afoka showing his running ability. I mean, this adds another dimension to their offense. And again, Kahuku will be hard-pressed to defend a running quarterback. And there you saw Abraham smacking somebody.
So from the 29, it'll be 1st and 10 for Baldwin. Afoka still at quarterback. This is Wada in motion. Wada back to pass, a handoff up the middle. This is to the fullback. He gets down to the 2-yard line, making the carry for Baldwin, number 44, Eddie Ferreira, down
Eddie
to the
Ferreira,
2-yard line.
Great run, Eddie Ferreira. Again, they've showed multiple formations. They came out with 2 backs. They came out with tight ends. They came out with trip formations. Here you see a run and shoot, and it's just a quick trap to the fullback, Ferreira, and he just runs to daylight. I mean, there's nobody there. Does a great job of protecting the football, and they're in business, Steve.
Boy, Maui is, or actually Baldwin from Maui, they came ready to play. Here they are, 1st and goal from the 2. Afoka at quarterback. Wada is behind him. 1st and goal from the 2. This is Afoka out to the right side. Whistles blow as he hands off to Wada. We'll see what this penalty is. You know, Coach, Kahuku talked about the speed of Baldwin, and it is apparent that they do have some of that speed.
Dead ball. Delay on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
There you see a good look at head referee Mike Goshima.
And there you see the head coach for Baldwin, Joe Balangitao.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 7 after the 5-yard penalty. This is Afoka back to pass at his own 12. He fakes, still looks in the end zone. He's being chased, managed to scramble free. He's still free, throws it into the end zone and overthrows a wide open receiver. That receiver for Baldwin was number 20, A.J. Garbin.
Here's a Mountain Dew replay. Afoka, a magician back there, slippery as a bar of soap. And look at this guy go, and he throws it a little too high. He does a great job of, I mean, his maneuverability back there, again, adds another dimension that Kahuku has to deal with.
Boy, he had A.J. and another Baldwin receiver wide open in the end zone. Let's see if they can capitalize after the overthrow. It'll be 2nd and 7, actually 2nd and goal from the 7 for Baldwin. This is Wada in motion. This is Afoka giving a handoff straight up the middle. Penalty markers on the field.
There's that quick trap again, Steve. This time, Kahuku was ready.
That handoff going to number 44, Eddie Ferreira. And one thing about Kahuku, they got handled on that long run, and they stuffed them on that play.
We had holding on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of foul. Repeat the down.
Here's the all-sport replay. Let's see if we can see this holding. There's a man in motion. And there you see number 75 just kind of grabbing the jersey of the defensive lineman. And that's a no-no.
Here you can see some of the fans watching in anticipation of the plays. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 16 for Baldwin. This pitch off is back. It's actually fumbled at the 30. He actually looked like he was about to throw. Running the ball, that was Julio Rivera, the much touted running back from Baldwin. And he gets tackled at about the 32.
Steve, I think Baldwin will have to calm down a little bit. I think they're very excitable, very excited to be here. I mean, they were anxiously anticipating this moment. Here you see the Menihuni replay, and they want to prove that they can play on this level, and thus far they have. Again, Julio Rivera taking that errant toss, and he's looking like he's going to throw it, but again, it's a run play, and nothing doing there for Baldwin.
AC making the stop. It'll be third and goal from the 32. He's back to pass. He has Wada and overthrows him at the goal line. Afoka had Nolan Wada open and just overthrew him by about 2 yards. So it'll be fourth and goal from the 32 for Baldwin. Coach?
Well, if you look at the Jiffy Lube replay, Wada had his man beat by a step and a half, but again, you see the heat being applied to Hafoka. He had to let that ball go sooner than he had wanted. And again, Leonard Peters was beat by a step by Nolan Wada.
You know, Coach, Wada is showing his speed right now for about 3 plays already. It's been evident that the Kahuku secondary can't keep up with him. And he's been in the end zone and open by a couple of yards a couple of times. So it'll be fourth and goal for Baldwin. They're punting from the 45. This punt not very good, going straight up in the air, and it'll bounce at the 25 and get a good Baldwin. Oh, this will be taken from number 42, Leonard Peters.
Heads up play by Leonard Peters.
He kind of saw the Baldwin team just standing around, so he decided to take it upfield and get a couple good yards.
Again, that ball, they were in the spread punt formation, and again, that ball, here you see on the Dietrich Insurance replay, looked like the punter punted it off his knee. And there you see Leonard Peters. Heads up play for Leonard Peters. 10-yard return.
So it'll be first and 10 for Kahuku. The first time they'll be handling the ball from their own 26-yard line. That handoff, of course, to number 44 for Kahuku, Douglas Nawahine. Penalty markers on the field. Being a legal procedure against the Red Raiders.
Well, the Red Raiders, Big Steve, they elect to open up with Orlando Wong at quarterback this week.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. It remains first down.
Last week, again, the brothers Funaki threw 5 touchdown passes, and Orlando Wong was an integral part of that passing attack as he caught a couple of balls, and now they elect to put him under center.
So it'll be first and 15 from the 21-yard line. This is Orlando Wong, and he gets stopped for about a 2-yard loss. There on the tackle for Baldwin, number 33, Vela Heva. You know, you talked about them combining last week.
Well, here's the Tanioka's replay. Again, when they put Wong at quarterback, that means they're going to run the football because he runs the option the best of all the quarterbacks.
So they got 4 receivers to the right. It'll be second and 15. Orlando Wong getting tackled at the 22-yard line, making the stop for Baldwin, number 41, Ikaika Blackburn.
We got a flag on the play. Here's a Seafood Village replay.
Illegal procedure against the offense. The penalty is declined. Third down.
You know, Coach, we're going to be calling that number the entire evening for Baldwin, number 41, Ikaika Blackburn, who is the top tackler for the Baldwin Bears. There you can see him making the stop on that previous play. So it'll be third and 14 for Kahuku from the 22.
Big number 76. It's hard to miss 76. Lolo Hea Mahe, a 6'4", 345-pound tower of strength in the middle.
That is a huge young man.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense, 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
I guess when you get that going forward, it's hard to just stop it on a dime, but very athletic, Mr. Mahe there. So it'll be third and 9 from the 27 for Kahuku. Orlando Wong still at quarterback. He'll take it from his own 32. The handoff, a quick handoff, straight up the middle. And there you go. Big Lolohea Mahe on the tackle.
Well, they tried to run that inside trap play. Here's the Midas replay. And Lolohea Mahe, again, a 6'4", 345-pound hunk of burning funk. He was right in there, nothing doing inside.
As you can see, the penalty markers on the field, and back to kick was Orlando Wong. The penalty markers on the field. This will be a dead ball. Illegal procedure against Kahuku. You can see back to receive the
false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, and it remains 4th down.
Getting back quickly to Lolohea Nahe, you have to realize that a guy that big, he has to be athletic to play defensive line. So we'll be seeing a lot of him tonight.
This is Wada back to receive the kick from Orlando Wong. A beautiful kick, sending Wada back to his fumble on the play. As he fumbles at his 27-yard line. Kahuku recovers, making the recovery for the Red Raiders. Number 51, Douglas Hugh.
Well, that's the first mistake on special teams for Baldwin. Again, here's the Pepsi replay. Wada having to back up about 10 yards, just muffed it. Again, you can recover a muff, you cannot advance it. And now Kahuku will set up shop here in good field position, Steve.
Boy, the first big turnover of the game, giving Kahuku excellent field position. They're going to take over 1st and 10 from the Baldwin 27-yard line.
Again, special teams being 1/3 of the game, very important. Huge chunks of real estate are being used up on every special teams play, so it's very important. Again, the momentum of the game can change.
We had a sideline
quickly.
warning against Kahuku.
Okay, so there was a sideline warning issued to the Kahuku Red Raiders. We talked about the quarterback change, and we're going to see it right now. In at quarterback for the Red Raiders, number 8, Vai Funaki. As they go 1st and 10 from the 27. This handoff is straight up the middle. And carrying the ball for Kahuku, number 9, Mulivai Pula.
Mulivai Pula, number 9, 5'11", 198-pound sophomore. Here's the Pepsi replay, and Pula does a great job of keeping his legs moving and his shoulders square and his head going forward.
So it'll be 2nd and 1 after a 9-yard gain. This handoff again to Pula. There'll be a penalty marker on the field. Illegal procedure against the Red Raider offense.
We have yet to see Kala Latuselu tonight, Steve. Again,
prior to the snap, false start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Mike Goshima giving us the call there. Again, number 34, Kala Latuselu, has not been in the game thus far, and he is their main rushing weapon. Again, over 1,000 yards, over 15 touchdowns in the OIA Red Conference, the offensive player of the year in the Red.
So it'll be 2nd and 6 from the 23. This is Pula across the left-hand side, down to the 10, bouncing down all the way to the 7. So it'll be 1st and goal, making the stop for the Baldwin Bears, number 40, Paula Langi.
Well, that's that student body sweep to the left. Here's the No Foods of Hawaii replay. You got that big fullback, DJ Navahini, 5'8", 200 pounds. He's leading the way. Mulivai Puna does a great job of cutting back inside. Excellent block by Navahini.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 7 for Kahuku. This is Funaki at quarterback. The handoff to Latuselu, Kala Latuselu in the game. He gets it down to the 2-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 2 for Kahuku. Well, Coach, you talked about the depth of Kahuku, and there's Kala Latuselu.
They're going to just keep coming. Here's the Hawaiian Airlines replay. Again, Latuselu, his first carry. One thing that all the Kahuku I-backs have in common, they run hard, they run low to the ground. excellent cutback slashing runners.
So it's 2nd and goal for Kahuku. This is Latuselu at the 3. And he stopped immediately, making the hard hit for Baldwin, number 56, Benjamin Rowland.
Benjamin Rowland, 5'10", 272 pounds, built low to the ground. That's like, you like your nose tackles built just like that. Again, he beat the trap block. Here's the Royal Adventure replay. Rowland just beat the trap block, got in the backfield there, got a piece of Latuselu, and they're going to need a couple more plays just like that. A couple of big guys in there. Rowland and Nahe has to step up and make some plays, Steve.
So it's 3rd and goal from the 2. Latuselu getting down to the goal line, but penalty markers are on the field. Illegal procedure against the Red Raiders.
Well, penalties have been the bane of their existence all year. It's been something that they've had to deal with all season long, and they've won this in spite of their many penalties. They probably lead the league in penalties, but still managed to win.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Coach, it's kind of strange that you get those kind of penalties this deep into the season, especially into the playoffs.
There's Coach Levi with his glasses on this week. He's not very happy again with the penalty situation out there in Kahuku.
So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 7. This is Funaki back to pass. Touchdown, Kahuku. Up into the middle and a touchdown again for the Red Raiders. That was number 44, Douglas Navahine, for the Red Raider touchdown.
That play has been a tremendously successful play for them, Steve. Here you see in the Mountain Dew replay. Again, it's a play action. The fullback out to the flats. Again, not used a whole lot as a pass catcher. So a lot of times the linebacker will leave him alone thinking that he's just going to lead block for a play. And there he was, wide open in the flat for a touchdown.
And here you can see kicking the extra point for the Red Raiders, Simon Lee. So he tacks on the point after touchdown. Boy, the weapons that Kahuku has. As you were saying, Douglas Navahine not very much used in the offense, but proving himself as a very capable pass catcher.
Again, Navahine, here's the all-sport replay. Let's look at another angle here. Here you see, again, everybody's so worried about Latuselu, and Navahine just kind of slips out in the flat. He's sure-handed. Again, he's an integral part of the offense because when they run the triple option, they have to stop him. He's going to be the vital cog in that triple option up the middle. If Baldwin can stop Navahine, then they can concentrate on stopping the perimeter attack with Wong and Latuselu.
So 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Kahuku strikes first, 7-0. And, you know, we talked earlier, Coach Hernandez, about some of the things Baldwin is going to have to do. And I know we talked about it earlier. They're probably going to have to, Baldwin is, hopefully they could score first. And they actually had it in good position. And then a couple penalties, a couple turnovers, and they returned back. So Kahuku jumps on top.
Again, they were very exciting. They came out with the touchdown call back on the kick return. And
so this is a short kick taken by Kaz Kaho'ohanohano. The penalty markers on the field again.
Again, Steve, just to finish that thought, again, they came out like gangbusters, doing a great job, but a couple of mistakes on offense cost them in the end. We'll have a personal foul penalty against Kahuku, and again, the penalties continue to mount on the Kahuku sideline.
There you can see our head referee, Mike Goshima. Coach not looking very happy right now.
But a personal foul during a return against the kicking team, 15 yards from the end of the run, 1st down.
That penalty earlier on the sideline, again, in the OIA and the ILH, they have rules where there's only 3 coaches in that white boxed area. Kahuku had a bunch of coaches and players in there, and that's what that earlier penalty was all about.
And earlier they did receive a warning. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Baldwin. This handoff straight up the middle to Ferreira, down to the 37-yard line. That rush good enough for a Baldwin 1st down. for Ferreira, showing a very capable runner, strong runner.
Here's the
up in the
Menihuni replay. Again, that quick trap. They double team at the point of attack, and it's such a quick hitting play. And again, they're testing the middle of that defense, and Kahuku has been very tough inside. And tonight,
So in
Baldwin,
Kahuku,
able to exploit that middle.
in Kahuku territory, 1st and 10. This catch is out to the left, actually the right side, catching it for Baldwin, number 25, Juli Rivera. I think for the most part right now, Coach, is it true that they're trying to spread out the Kahuku defense maybe?
Yeah, actually Baldwin right there took a page out of the Kahuku playbook. Here you see on the Jiffy Lube replay, they do a quick play action and then they throw it to the back, releasing out in the flat. And that time, Aaron Francisco was all over that play.
So a gain of 2, it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 34. This is Wada in motion. Afoka hands off to Ferreira up the middle, and Kahuku is basically waiting for him.
Well, if you look at the offensive line for Baldwin, they're not small. Number 72, 6'5", 360 pounds, Lanakila Kioni, and only a junior. They've been running behind him, and he's been a tower of strength in there, especially on that inside trap play.
Boy, 6'5", 360 pounds at junior.
That's a big man.
So it'll be 3rd and 7 from the 33 for Baldwin. Afoka still at quarterback. His handoff is actually a keeper. He keeps it, tosses it to Ferreira. It's in and out of his hands at the 23. And defending for Kahuku, number 59, Tama Siilata.
You got penalty markers on the play again. Hafoka, here you see the Dietrich Insurance replay showing his ability to move out of the pocket, and he might have done better just to run this one as he throws it a little high for Herrera.
So this penalty will be against Kahuku. Here you see head referee Mike Goshima.
Illegal use of hands against the defense, 10 yards from the previous spot. We have a 1st down.
Boy, that's a costly penalty for Kahuku. Coach
And
Levi is not very happy right now.
Yeah, he can't believe it. You know, again, the Kahuku defense, the Kahuku team, very aggressive. They're an aggressive group of players. These penalties happen.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 23 for Baldwin. After the penalty, this handoff will be to Wada up the middle. He's not going to go anywhere. But Coach, you talked about a very aggressive defense for Kahuku. With those penalties, do you still like the aggressiveness? Can you keep that as a coach?
Yeah, you know, that's a fine line as a coach. You try to, and there we get a good look at number 99, Jonathan Mapu, 6'3", 260 pounds sophomore. Again, as a coach, you try to temper their aggressiveness, but you don't want to take that away. You know, so again, you walk a fine line. Do you want an aggressive team that gets penalized on occasion, or do you want the reverse, a team that's passive?
It's 2nd and 9, a fumble on the play. Ball is still loose. I think Baldwin did manage to regain the football there. So how long does it take for the butterflies to go away, Coach?
I think the butterflies left after the first after the first kickoff. Here's the Tanioka's replay. Again, simply the quarterback left early. In the center, number 75, Jared Liang Wu, a 5'9", 235-pound senior and a captain, just left a little early, the quarterback.
It'll be 3rd and 11. This is Afoka back to pass. It's in and out of his hands of his receiver. And then dropping the ball, also one of the Kahuku defenders, in and out of the hands of A.J. Garbin, and almost making the interception for the Red Raiders, number 24, Aaron Francisco.
Here you see on the Seafood Village replay, again, Hafoka with a lot of time there, and he just kind of overthrew that one. And Garbin, a 5'9", 169-pound sophomore, tried to one-hand that one, but it just went over his head. And Francisco actually did a good thing by dropping that one. If he had intercepted that ball, they would have had had possession deep in their own territory.
So fourth and 11. This is Hafoka scrambling. He will actually pick up the first down. Boy, he is a very dangerous quarterback.
There's that running ability. Again, if you look in college, if you look in the NFL even now, you look at quarterbacks that can run. And here's the Price Busters replay. Say hello to goodbyes. And here, say goodbye to Stephen Hafoka as he is just maneuvering his way through the defense of Kahuku. What a nifty runner, using his blockers, picking up the first down. This adds a dangerous dimension. Again, if they ran the option, boy, that would be even more dangerous.
Boy, you can see big Benjamin rolling down there, downfield blocking, doubling up on offense as well. So it'll be first and goal for Baldwin from the 8. Hafoka still at quarterback. This handoff is a fake. It's a play action. Wide open. Actually, it's a touchdown for Baldwin.
What a tremendous grab. This Hafoka, what a kid. I love this kid. 5'7", 168 pounds. I mean, he freezes the defensive backs with the play action. And number 41, Ikaika Blackburn, what a tough customer. Here you see the Midas replay. Does a great job of hanging on to the football.
You know, Coach, you talked about Ikaika Blackburn, who is on the carpet right now. Probably just got the wind knocked out of him. A lot of the Baldwin players have to go both ways, and they do it very well. Ikaika Blackburn also listed at tight end and plays middle linebacker. They're catching the touchdown for Baldwin.
What a tough competitor. Again, the replay was inconclusive as to whether he did catch it or not. It looked as though he had retained possession and kind of cradled it under his arm in like a chicken wing move. And maybe we'll get to see that on the replay, but there he is, Blackburn.
So the Baldwin Bears will be attempting the point after touchdown, and attempting that point for the Baldwin Bears will be number 11, Michael Donahue.
And Baldwin comes out with a little muddle huddle trickery for the extra point try there, and Kahuku looked like they just jumped offside.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. Half the distance. We are still on the try.
So that penalty, half the distance, you know, that could factor in if they're going for the 2-point conversion, which they probably could try right now. I don't think they will, but a very interesting play maybe later on during the game. If this game turns out to be as close as it is now. A very low kick. It's actually blocked. He kicked it right into one of his own offensive linemen. There you can see the penalty actually working in Kahuku's favor. So after the muff point after touchdown, we've got 15 seconds left in the first quarter. After the Baldwin touchdown, it's Kahuku 7-6. There you can see the coach for Baldwin, some cheerleaders, school spirit, Coach.
I tell you, they came all the way from Maui, and it must be an exciting time for this program to be here in the semifinals. The band, the cheerleaders, a whole bunch of fans came as well. And again, Baldwin is showing their mettle, and they're playing tough. If you see the first down, it's a little misleading. Baldwin with 6, Kahuku with only 1. However, that is misleading because Kahuku took over deep in Baldwin's territory and scored quickly on their second or third possession of the first half.
Boy, Maui no Ka'oi. Waiting for some sweet pickled onions, maybe some potato chips, Maui cookies. I know they've got some stuff up there. Maybe they couldn't find the elevator up here, Coach.
I think I'll take a run down there during the Christmas break. Go down to Maui. Get some sun, get some sand.
So we've got 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to receive the kickoff for the Kahuku Red Raiders, number 42, Leonard Peters. This is a squib kick. This will be Nawahine from the 25. Straight up the middle, still loose, out across the 40, down to the 43, making the stop for Baldwin. number 51, David Bailey. So Kahuku will take over 1st and 10 from the 42.
Navahini, here's the Pepsi replay. Navahini, a fullback, not used to returning kicks here, but does a great job, follows his blockers. Again, low to the ground, drives his feet. He'll play fullback at some college somewhere.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 42 for Kahuku. Funaki still at quarterback. This handoff to Navahini. A fumble on the play. It's still loose. Baldwin recovers. This will be Baldwin football at the 32. Boy, the mistakes.
Navahini that time made a mistake by trying to run outside. Here you see the No Foods replay. Again, he's basically a north-south runner. He gets the ball here, runs into his own man, and then tries to take it outside. And again, number 41, Blackburn, does a great job, tomahawks the ball right out of there. And number 53, Ernest Alixa, is there for the recovery. It's a big play. And Navahini a little disenchanted on the sidelines, but he'll get a chance to redeem himself later in this ball game.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 32 for Baldwin. This is Wada in motion. Afoka still at quarterback. As time runs out in the 1st quarter, a penalty marker on the field. Illegal procedure against Baldwin.
Again, if you look at the Baldwin players, very well conditioned.
Dead ball. False start against the offense. 5-yard penalty. It remains 1st down. Clock operator, if you could please put back 1 second on the clock. It was a dead ball foul. The clock did not start.
Again, just to finish that thought here, as they put another second back on the clock, the Baldwin team, again, because so many of them play both ways, they need to be very well conditioned, and they're showing it here tonight.
So this should be the last play of the 1st quarter for Baldwin. It'll be 1st and 15. Afoka at shotgun. This will be him back to pass, and he's going to go for it all. He's got a wide open player, and actually turning into a defensive back for Baldwin, number 25, Huli Rivera. And he just basically knocks the ball out of the Kahuku defender's hands. Defending on that play is Vika Abraham.
And there's another flag on the play. Here's the Hawaiian Airlines replay. And I'm impressed with the arm strength of Hafoka. This little kid is a complete quarterback.
We had a dead ball, personal foul against the defense with an ejection.
An
15-yard
ejection.
penalty, and it's 1st down. A correction, that was a live
Number
ball foul.
88.
We'll extend the period by 1 play.
All right, Coach, that was Lincoln Manutai who got the ejection. Actually, it wasn't 88. He's running back onto the field. I don't think we got a number. Lincoln Manutai, actually the captain, so he went off to the side to check the signs from the coach. Being a dead ball penalty there is still 1 second or 1 play for the 1st half.
And again, that ejection may loom large in the future. We don't know what player it is, but again, if that's a starter on their defense, that's something that has to concern Coach Levi as the game wears on.
As soon as we get that player's number, we'll pass it on to you.
And there's Mike Goshima picking up some more laundry on the field. There's been a lot of laundry tonight of the yellow variety. Again, can't say enough about this guy Hafoka. He reminds me a little bit of the sophomore quarterback for Kailua, Taleki Mailao, kind of built in the same mode, can run, can pass.
So this will be the last play of the 1st quarter. This is Wada out across the right side. And he's hit out of bounds, making the stop for Kahuku, Jacob Malufao,
And they
one of the studs on defense.
They come back with the speed option. Earlier I was saying that if, again, with a guy such as Hafoka, here's the Royal Adventure replay, a guy that can run, they should do the option. Here's that speed option, and Wada picks up a nice gain here. Again, this is another thing that the defense has to contend with. Again, the rationale behind running an option offense, Steve, is to stop the defense from blitzing. And Kahuku has a very intricate blitz package. And there you see the Baldwin contingent cheering on their troops all the way from Maui. Maroon, light blue, and white. That's an interesting combination of colors. I have not seen that before, except in Baldwin.
There you can see big number 56, Benjamin Rowland, getting a breather right now. Probably got his haircut. It's a good-looking haircut there.
That's a big boy. Look at the calves on him. That's not calves, that's cows. Holy smokes. And there's Nahe up in front.
So we're set for the second quarter. At the start of the second quarter, your score, Kahuku 7 and Baldwin 6. After that couple of penalties, you know, Coach, when the ejection was first noted, I immediately looked for number 99, Jonathan Mapu, and I think the Kahuku contingent probably breathing a sigh of relief that number 99 is still in the game. We have yet to determine which player got ejected for Kahuku.
Yeah, they could ill afford to lose Mapu. Only a sophomore, but again, one of the most dominating players in the Red Conference this past season. And when he's a senior, look out. There you see Byron Beatty, the defensive coordinator, and Fatu Fiso, the defensive line coach. Those guys got to be concerned with the speed option and the running ability of Hafoka.
2nd and 3 for Baldwin. Straight up the middle. A very nice carry. Breaking the tackle of number 41, Pulutusi Milo. And making the carry for Baldwin. That was number 33, Vela Heva Heva.
And Vela Heva Heva, he's on my all-name team. Here's the Mountain Dew replay. Only a sophomore. Again, just a lead play. Just uses his blocks well. Heva Heva, 5'6", 149 pounds.
This will be Hafoka out down to the 5-yard line on the 1st and goal play for Baldwin.
This time they go with the triple option, and instead of Hafoka attacking the flank with a pitch man, he follows his fullback up in the hole. Again, Steve, a very multiple offensive package shown here tonight by Baldwin. They've run the speed option, the triple option. They've had shotgun. They've come out in a run and shoot formation. They've done many different things, a split back, an I formation. Again, Hafoka has to be a very intelligent young man to be able to handle this much of an offense. Here you see a trips formation now.
So it'll be 2nd and goal for Hafoka. This is Wada at the 5, down to the 4. Touchdown, Baldwin.
He's their playmaker, Nolan Wada, 5'10", 160-pound senior. Again, they align in trips. It's a quick pass out to Wada, and he just weaves his way for a touchdown. Here's the all-sport replay, excuse me. And here's Wada just juking and jiving, and look at him move and taking care of the football, and he didn't even touch the ground. Went in standing up.
So Baldwin is going to try the 2-point conversion after failing the first time. This is Hafoka scrambling. He's out to the right side. Couple of receivers open. He's getting pressure. He's still on his feet. Boy, this guy is a magician.
I think Hafoka's last name should be Houdini. I've never seen a quarterback escape from that many tacklers.
Boy.
You talk about balance. Look at this Menehune replay. I mean, this guy is Houdini. I mean, here he comes. 1, 2. He twists and shakes out of that one. The third guy gets him. No, he doesn't. The fourth guy gets a hand on him. Finally, it takes the 6th or 7th Kahuku Red Raider to bring this guy down. He is electrifying.
Coach, he's breaking tackles from players like, you know, Jonathan Mapu actually brought him down there, but he's breaking tackles for some very good Kahuku defenders. And, you know, we talked at the beginning of the game about the Baldwin offense. They are very speedy, and I think the Kahuku defensive coordinators are kind of worried about the Baldwin speed.
Again, the difference maker is Hafoka. If you have a quarterback back there that can run, if you look in college in the past few years, guys like Charlie Ward and And Donovan McNabb, a running quarterback, is a dangerous, dangerous thing to defend. Again, the defensive coordinator, Byron Beatty from Kahuku, has to be concerned about Hafoka breaking contain on a pass plays and running the speed option outside.
So here's the kickoff to Kahuku. This will be short, and it'll be taken upfield by number 42, Leonard Peters. He's still on his feet, out across the 25. And he's taken down at the 23 for Baldwin. Coming up with the stop for the Bears, number 26, Kavika Chang.
And Peters looks like he hurt something there.
Coach, you talked about some of those quarterbacks today. Boston College finding out. Michael Vick for Virginia Tech.
That's exactly right. Here's the Dietrich Insurance replay. And here's Peters going airborne and taking a big lick by number 75. And that's Jared Longwu, 5'9", 235-pounder.
So it'll be first and 10 for Kahuku. This is Funaki back to pass.
Steve, the Baldwin defensive staff has done a fantastic job of scouting that play action pass. Again, Olival last week, 3 catches, 161 yards and 2 scores, and he has not caught a pass tonight. Here you see the Tanioka's replay. And again, it's predicated on the run game that has not been very successful. And again, you need, once the defense gears up for the run, then that'll work. Until the Latuselu gets on track, that's not going to work tonight.
So it'll be second and 10. This pitch is fumbled and picked up by Latuselu. Boy, Coach, on that previous play, defending was a capable running back, number 25, Juli Rivera. And there you see the fumble by Latuselu.
Again, a dangerous play. Here's the Seafood Village replay. Here's the option. When you have Wong running the option, you have the 2 Funakis running the option. Sometimes when you have 3 different quarterbacks running the option, the rhythm is off, and sometimes you have plays just like that.
So it'll be third down for Kahuku. This pass is caught at the 45, down to the 48 for Kahuku. That was number 3, Adam Kammerer.
And Adam Kammerer, 6'1", 180-pound wide receiver. Here's the Price Busters replay. Again, Adam Kammerer, seldom used as a pass receiver, a very good blocker in the run game, shows some excellent hands here. Again, protects the ball well. Good yardage.
So it'll be first and 10 from the 48 for Kahuku. This handoff to Nawahine at the 46, and he's taken down. Leading the tacklers for Baldwin, number 53, Ernest Alixa.
Again, Kahuku last week versus Konowaina was able to fool them with the play-action passing game because they were so geared up to stop the run. However, it seems that the Baldwin defense this week is up to the task in both stopping the run and that play-action passing attack.
So it'll be second and 11. This is Latuselu out the right side. Fumble. The ball is still on the ground. And I think Latuselu did come up with that ball. They're still scrambling. There's no indication yet. The referee signaling that Kahuku did recover. I think Nawahine did recover that ball there.
Oh.
Boy, Coach.
I tell you what, again, here you see the Midas replay, and Latuselu trying to get extra yards here. Great block by Nawahine, and basically he just lost control of the football. It just went right in the air. He didn't even get hit. And go ahead, Steve.
There's Orlando Wong out to the right side. Manages to get a Kahuku first down. You know, on that previous play, we thought that the Baldwin defenders were stripping the ball. Actually, it just came out as it looks like he went to switch the ball. Making the stop for Baldwin, number 25, Juli Rivera.
Juli Rivera, one of the double duty guys, again, as we said earlier.
I don't see anybody bending over, but it'll be 1st and 10 for Kahuku. This is Latuselu over the right side down to the 35.
What number is he bend over?
I think he's number, okay.
At any rate, there you see Joe Balangitao again does a great job out there. They have a great off-season weight training program. Here's the Pepsi replay.
Here you see Big Ikaika Blackburn, coach.
Yeah, he does a great job of filling. Latuselu, pretty slippery though.
So it'll be 2nd and 6 from the 35. This is Latuselu out the left side. Penalty markers on the field. He's still loose as he tries to get down to the 22-yard line. Penalty markers on the field. Making the stop for Baldwin, number 55, Farron Aliosada.
A 6', 196-pounder. That's a good size for a linebacker.
So that penalty will be against Kahuku for motion. It should back them up for another 2nd down play.
Concern for an injured, fallen Baldwin Bear.
You know, Coach, we talked about the speed for Baldwin, and I guess some of those Maui players are pretty quick. Most notable, Mr. Robert Kempfert, playing for the University of Hawaii at linebacker now. One of the more, in fact, the track star also at Maui High School.
Exactly right. Coming out of Maui, he was a great running back and has made a great transition to linebacker and is really a stalwart on that defense.
So here you can see the stadium stars. If you want to get something for Christmas, the Christmas season is coming up. High school sporting events. We have the tapes right here for sale. If you need the number, it's 486-9557. The stadium stars make a great gift for this upcoming holiday season.
We had illegal motion against the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Here you can see everything's looking good right now for Mr.
Officials
Bailey as he
timeout
walks off the
due to
field. Looks
injury.
like he's going to be okay. You see a good look at Vai Funaki, quarterback for Kahuku.
Again, Vai Funaki, the younger brother of Kolo Funaki, who led the Red Raiders to a couple of OIA championships in his own right and now plays defensive back at BYU.
Also,
very athletic family.
Another Funaki, Inoke. Again, you talked about them earlier, like last week. Inoke and Vai combining for 5 touchdowns.
The Funaki family, I guess their birthright is to play quarterback at Kahuku.
Well, the only thing giving birth right now are penalty markers. Another one is on the field. This will be legal procedure against Kahuku.
Mike Goshima getting a workout here tonight.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, repeat the down.
Boy, this will be mental mistakes right now. It's actually pushing Kahuku back. So from the 45, it'll be 2nd and 16 for the Red Raiders. Funaki still at quarterback. And this handoff will be out to the right side. He's still loose. This is Muluvai Pula. He almost getting back the yardage. He'll be about 3 or 4 yards short of the 1st down for Kahuku.
Well, Steve, talking to the coaches, they think that Mulivai Pula is going to be the next great halfback or I-back in the Nebraska arsenal. Here's the Kahuku arsenal. Again, they remind me of Nebraska because they run the I formation. They have I-backs that are big and powerful and fast, like Pula here.
And he's a 5'11", 200-pound sophomore. Here's Pula out across the right, making the stop for Baldwin, number 41, Ikaika Blackburn.
One thing, you'll notice about the halfback, the I-backs at Kahuku, much like Nebraska, again, they both wear red. There's a lot of similarities. They run the option. They run the I formation. They both are blessed with size and speed. And there you see Pula. Again, look at him attack the defense to finish up his run. Great job.
That run good for a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Kahuku from the 22. Still marching. This is Latuselu. You know, Coach, they don't lose too much. Latuselu comes in. They bring in a sophomore, Mulivai Pula, 5'11", 200-pound sophomore. My goodness.
And look at the load ahead of them blocking number 11. And that's A.J. Smith, 5'11", 240 pounds. And he's clearing the way out there in front. And he is just moving the earth, moving some bodies. And the referee tries to sort something out here. I mean, look at number 11. Look at the size of this guy.
Coach, when the referee brings the teams together like that, what is he saying? Is there kind of like emotions running wild?
Yeah, it's probably a situation where he's telling them to calm down, keep your emotions in check. And there he is, 5'11", 240, fullback. Boy, I wouldn't want to stand in his way.
A.J. Smith. It'll be second down for Kahuku at the 18-yard line. This is Latuselu out across the left side. And again, making the stop is big number 76, Lolohea Mahe.
Nahe, just a man's man right there. Here's a chevron replay. And again, there's big number 11 lead blocking, but there's Nahe taking on two blockers and getting in on the play there. It takes two blockers to block someone that big.
So under 5 minutes left in the second quarter. It'll be third down for, this is Latuselu out across the right down to the 10-yard line. Should be enough for another Kahuku first down.
Is that Nahe in on the tackle all the way down there?
Lolohea Nahe there again.
Also there, number 53, Ernest Alixa, 5'5", 195. Here's the Royal Adventure replay. Again, that's a toss play with big number 11, Smith, leading the way. And there's Nahe putting some pain there on the end of the play.
So it'll be first and goal for Kahuku at the 9. Penalty markers on the field. Boy, we saw big number 77 just move there. That's Sione Lautaha.
Another penalty flag on the field. And Mike Goshima, I mean, he's been busier than a one-legged butt kicker.
Prior to the snap, false start against the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Boy, I'm going to have to get my my superheroes decoder to get that one out for the definition.
And there you see Coach Levi again, looking very studious with his glasses. He's saying, come on, guys, let's get it done here.
Now, I know I forgot something when I left the house, my superhero decoder. It'll be first and 15 from the 15, first and goal, actually. This is Funaki back to pass, looks in the end zone. A penalty marker's on the field, but I don't think that was pass interference, Coach, because the ball was actually thrown behind the receiver. So we'll see what this is all about.
The only thing that I could figure out, let's see here, pass interference. Let's see if we get a chance to look at it on the replay, but perhaps the only thing that they could be calling is that the defender obstructed the receiver from getting to the ball.
Defensive pass interference, half the distance, automatic, first down.
Here's the Mountain Dew replay. And again, there's that play action. Funaki, a little jump pass there. And you can't see it.
Oh. Okay, so it'll be first and goal from the 7. This is Latuselu out down to the 4-yard line. So it'll be second and goal for the Red Raiders. Ikaika Blackburn on another Baldwin Bears stop.
And with 3:37 left in the second quarter, the Baldwin defense has been on the field for a while and are showing signs of tiring down. They need to get a stop quickly so that their offense can get back on the field and make a drive here.
It'll be second and goal. This is Latuselu out for a Kahuku touchdown.
And that's just fatigue. Fatigue just set in. This was a very long drive. Again, Kahuku just kind of taking it to them with Navahine and Smith lead blocking on all those run plays. Here's the Mountain Dew replay, and there you see the offensive line of Kahuku, the surge, and they're moving forward, and they're in the end zone. If they're in the end zone, you can bet that their running back will also be in the end zone, Steve.
So they're Kahuku taking a page out of the Baldwin playbook. It's actually in their playbook also. They're trying the point after touchdown, attempting for Kahuku. This is Simon Lee, and he's perfect. We still got 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Kahuku jumps on top 14-12, and you can see the first downs coaches earlier. They're starting to even out right now for Kahuku.
Yeah, that was a nice drive. A couple of those first downs were had because of penalties against Baldwin. And I think right now Baldwin is going to have to regroup. They can't panic. It's a 2-point ball game. They've played well. They've played hard. But they need to sustain some long drives in the second half to keep this Kahuku juggernaut of an offense off the field. Here's the Mountain Dew replay. There's another angle, and there's Latuselu getting low behind the block of Chris Kemoy Atu, number 68, a 6'4", 300-pound junior, and also number 44, Navahine. And there's Kala Latuselu, Vaka Utu Latuselu, that's his real name. And there he is. He's the big man on campus at Kahuku right now.
So, Coach, back to receive the Kahuku kickoff. Two of the more dangerous receivers for Baldwin. Number 32, of course, the much-noted Nolan Wada, and also back to receive number 25, Juli Rivera. This will be another squib kick. It'll be short, and this will be taken by Vela Heva Heva. And he kind of falls at the 28-yard line. So Baldwin will take over with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second quarter. They'll take over 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line.
Kahuku's strategy on special teams, again, to avoid a big play on special teams, they just try to squib it to one of the up-backs, hoping that that person is not going to break a long run.
Much like the kickoff at the beginning of the game when we saw Nolan Wada take it in for an apparent score for Baldwin, the opening play of this game, only to have that one called back. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 28 for Baldwin. A focus still at quarterback. Ferreira and Wada. This will be Wada out the right side. He kind of slips and is taken down by Tama Siilata.
Tama Siilata, 6'2", 205, the prototype outside linebacker. Long arms, tall. Here's the all-sport replay. Tama Siilata smells this option all the way. Doesn't bite, gets inside of the tight end's block, and does a great job and just one-arms him right down. Good-looking player.
Boy, he's got some strong arms to take a quarterback like that down, or actually a running back like Nolan Wada. So we got Ferreira in the backfield. 2nd down for Baldwin as Afoka calls timeout. So we've got 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in the second quarter. There you can see the score, Kahuku 14. A pretty even game right now. And, Coach, I know you talked earlier about the first downs being kind of misleading. So we'll be back for more action. Right now, your score at 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in this semifinal game. Kahuku 14 and Baldwin 12. We'll be right back with the Stadium Stars Television Sports Network. So back to action. Here we go with the time left. 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in the second quarter. I'm Big Steve Naiole along with Coach Darren Hernandez. The waning moments of the second quarter. Kahuku on top 14-12. After a timeout Baldwin called, they'll have 2nd and 15 from their 23-yard line. Afoka still at quarterback. He's got Ferreira in his backfield. Trips to the left. This is Wada in motion. This is Afoka back to pass at his own 15. A nice catch by Juli Rivera. But it gets snuffed out by big number 41, Fulutusi Mailo.
Milo, 6'1", 210-pound senior inside linebacker, does a fantastic job of sniffing out that quick inside screen. And here you see on the Menehune replay, again, it's just trips to one side, quarterback looks one way, throws the other way. Rivera had a lot of real estate ahead of him, but Mailo closed the door real quick.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 28-yard line for Baldwin. 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the second quarter. This is Afoka back to pass. And he's going for Juli Rivera. Almost intercepted. Boy, a great play. Aaron Francisco almost coming up with that interception. Juli Rivera, one of the faster Baldwin Bears. So that pass was intended for. Boy, the arm strength on Afoka.
And the arm strength of Goshima as he throws another flag. Again, I've seen more flags here than a UN convention.
4th down.
And again, the majority of the penalties have been against Kahuku. And there's Coach Balangi Tao. He has to be pleased with how they're playing. Here's the Jiffy Lube replay.
Boy, great extension there on Francisco's part. And that pass intended for Juli Rivera. So Baldwin's back to punt, 4th and 11. This is Orlando Wong. He's going to let it bounce in front of him at the 35. He actually almost went to grab it. Coach, when the ball bounces like that on special teams, like a punt and a kickoff, don't you ask your players to get away from the ball?
Yeah, usually it's what they call a poison call, and they'll try to say poison, poison, just to keep the other players away from the football.
So after a 46-yard kick, 1 minute and 19 seconds left in the second quarter, Kahuku 14 and Baldwin 12.
Again, Steve, Baldwin can ill afford to go 3 and out on continuous and successive drives, because that'll just fuel this Kahuku running attack. And here you see again.
This is Orlando Wong out to the left-hand side, a 1st and 10 play as he runs out of bounds to stop the clock. Orlando Wong gets down close to a Kahuku 1st down. I think he has enough for it. In fact, the referee signal it is a 1st down for Kahuku.
Here's the Dietrich Insurance replay again. Just a quick pass out to Orlando Wong. Orlando Wong has to get his touches. He's an electrifying player. You need to get the ball in his hands.
So it'll be 1st and 10. This is Funaki on a little quick catch down to number 82, Roland Tupola. And he gets another Kahuku 1st down. Still a lot of time for this Kahuku offense, Coach.
Here's the Tanioka's replay. I like the way Funaki sets up in the pocket. Very confident, very cool. You'd be too if your offensive line averages 6'2", 270 across the front. We haven't heard from Olival. Olival had a big game last week, and he's been held without a catch so far.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from midfield. Funaki back to pass. He has a receiver wide open at the 42, down across the 30. And he's taken down to the 38, making the stop for Baldwin. Number 41, Ikaika Blackburn. And also on the stop for Baldwin, number 40, Paula Langi. There you can see a good look at Ikaika Blackburn, doubling at tight end also on offense for Baldwin.
And that was Orlando Wong. Again, just as we said earlier, he needs to get a lot of touches. Here's a Seafood Village replay. That was a 23-yard gain. Again, Funaki firing the ball right where only his receiver can get it. And there's the dangerous one, Orlando Wong, the all-purpose player of the year in the Red Conference. And there you see that little huddle there. There's Coach Levi speaking to the troops. Offensive line coach Garth Spurrier.
Boy, that's a big coach right there.
Yeah, the offensive line, they don't mess with Coach Spurrier, and he puts them straight real quick. If they're slacking, if they're not doing their job, Coach Spurrier will take care of those guys.
So we've got 42 seconds left in the second quarter. Kahuku on top 14-12 in this semifinal game of the annual state high school playoffs. Earlier this evening, St. Louis defeating Waimea of Kauai 56-0. So the winner of this game will be taking on St. Louis. It'll be 1st and 10 for Kahuku. This is Funaki back to pass across the middle. Penalty markers on the field. That pass intended for number 3, Adam Kammerer.
Adam Kammerer running that post, and Julio Rivera just kind of hit him before the ball got there. And
Coach, unlike the National Football League, it's not a spot foul, is it?
No,
Those
it's just
pass
a straight.
interference.
It's just a straight 10-yard penalty from the
Half the distance, automatic first
previous
down.
spot. It's an automatic first down. Here's the Seafood Village Chinese cuisine replay. Again, delivers the ball, steps as he throws, good technique, and there's Rivera hitting Kammerer in the back.
That penalty giving the advantage to the defensive back. If he gets beaten, he can always do something like that. So we've got 1st and 10 for Kahuku at the 14-yard line. Funaki still at quarterback. And this handoff is to Navahine down to the 10. He's hooked up by Ikaika Blackburn down to the 8-yard line.
And Blackburn saved the touchdown there because Navahine had a full head of steam and he had broken off to his right. And if Blackburn didn't get a handle on him and just kind of bulldogged him down, I thought maybe he thought it was the Maui rodeo there, and he kind of bulldogged Navahine to the ground there.
That's a second charge timeout.
Boy, Kaika Blackburn, he was noted as one of the players to watch. We are definitely watching him. So we'll be back with more action. We've got 27 seconds left in the second quarter. Kahuku on top, 14-12. We'll be right back. So welcome back to the last couple of seconds in the second quarter. Your score, Kahuku 14 and Baldwin 12. You can see the fans there, and then actually Kahuku jumping on top while first downs also. They've got a timeout left. Don't know if they're going to need it, but they've got 2nd and 4 from the 8. This is a Kahuku touchdown, and scoring for Kahuku, number 20, Orlando Wong.
Very impressed by Vai Funaki staying in the pocket. A lot of people coming in and feeling the pressure, but staying in there, not getting happy feet, and delivering the ball to the money man, Orlando Wong. Kahuku showing a lot of balance, able to run and pass with equal proficiency throughout these playoffs.
Attempting the extra point for Kahuku, number 17, Simon Lee. He's been perfect so far. And this is his 3rd attempt at a point after. And this kick is also perfect. So with that extra point, Kahuku jumps on top. Although there is discussion on the field, that penalty will be against Kahuku.
No, it can't be a penalty again. And there's Coach Levi. He's used to penalties. If there's no penalty call, he's looking funny at the referees.
I don't see a flag there, but here comes the referee, Mike Koshima. Illegal use of hands on the offense during the try. 10-yard penalty. Repeat the try.
Illegal use of hands. This will be a field goal, Coach.
Yes, it will be. And 20-12, an 8-point advantage. Again, this becomes a crucial kick.
This will be a 30-yard point after touchdown. Boy, that was no good, Coach. 30-yard point after touchdown.
Yeah, he shanked that one. And let me tell you what, that may loom large in the future because now it's only an 8-point advantage. So if Baldwin can get on the board and go for 2, they can tie it up. Whereas that penalty took away a sure extra point that would have enabled Kahuku to enjoy a 2-score lead.
Exactly, Coach.
Here's the Price Busters replay. And this is the touchdown. Again, look at Funaki staying in the pocket. Beautiful pass delivered to Wong, a sure-handed, tall, 6'1", 180. What a valuable player. A player that can return punts, play quarterback, play receiver. He is going to play college football. And tell you what, coaches are going to love this guy.
You know, Coach, you saw Orlando Wong scratching his head. That's pretty much what the defenders are doing right now, how they're going to stop this vaunted Kahuku offense.
They can run and pass, again, as we said, with equal proficiency.
So this short kick is down at the 35-yard line for Baldwin. That was Timothy Lyons.
Well, with 23 seconds left, there's two schools of thought here as a coach. You can either take a knee and go in at halftime and try to regroup and reconsider what you're going to do with your second half game plan adjustments, or you can line up in a shotgun and chuck it up there and hope that you get a pass interference, or you get a lucky bounce, or an immaculate reception or something, and try to score before the half. Let's see what Baldwin elects to do here.
Yeah, Baldwin hasn't played bad at all. It'll be 1st and 10 for Baldwin at the 35. Afoka back to pass, and here he goes again. They're going to have to chase him down. Boy, he is just elusive. But he can't get rid of that defender right there. And that being big number 92, Semisi Levi. Just a junior.
Semisi Levi, again, just a junior, and the coach's son, Siaki Levi. Here's the Midas replay, and look at Hafoka, Stephen Houdini Hafoka. But this time, Levi up to the task, and he was there and wrapped him up. And that'll end the half. And I tell you what, Big Steve, this Baldwin team is going to be heard from in the second half. Again, if they can get together a couple of time-consuming drives, if Hafoka can get loose and run around a little bit, they can make this thing exciting. But they cannot fall into the trap of allowing Kahuku's offense to run the football and take time off the clock.
Okay, Coach, so your score right now, Kahuku 14 and Baldwin 12. We'll be back with second half action. So for Coach Darren Hernandez, I'm Big Steve Naiole. We'll be back for second half action against Kahuku and Baldwin. And this has been the Stadium Stars Television Sports Network.
Welcome back to Aloha Stadium for second half action. My name is Donna Bilena, doing play-by-play, and also Mike Nelson doing your color, and we're going to be directed on the floor here by George Sankey. Coming back for second half action for this second semifinal game, which will pit the Bears of Baldwin High and Kahuku Red Raiders. One half of the first state championship is already set with St. Louis, and here we go with the kickoff, and number 22 for the Kahuku Red Raiders, and that is Irvin Atuaya, listed here at 5'9", 230 pounds. He's only a sophomore, takes up a nice kickoff return and returns it all the way out to the Bear 46-yard line.
Atuaya got a good wedge block to break through, and if he'd gotten a few more blocks, he might have gone up the field and scored a touchdown. It was a good return by Kahuku.
First and 10 from the Bear 46. We have Vai Funaki behind center. Gives off to the right hand side to Douglas Navahine. Picks up about 3 yards, and we'll have second down.
Looks like number 41, Ikaika Blackburn's the one that made the tackle on that play. You'll see a 6-1 defensive formation for the Baldwin Bears. Let's watch it right here as it goes over right tackle, and watch Blackburn come up and fill the lane and make the tackle.
Yeah, second down, ball on the 46-yard line. Funaki pitches it out to, it looks like, number 83, and that is Fakaloloma Oleveao.
Well, that was almost looked like it might have been a lateral there on that play, and it could have been a fumble. Let's watch it again here. No, I guess that was a forward pass incomplete.
dangerous play over there. They almost called it a lateral, and that's why it kind of looked like a live ball there. But here we go, 3rd and 7 from the 43. Vunaki takes the snap, rolls on back, hit as he throws, and his intended receiver was number 83, and that again is Fakaloloma Alevao.
Olivao, that's his primary receiver. Seen Kahuku come out and throw like they did against Konawaina. Normally they're a more of a option running type play team. They're coming right out here in the second half and throwing the ball, and here you see it to Olivao, but he just overthrew him.
Score 20-12, opening up the 3rd quarter over here. A pretty tight ball game over here. Getting the return over there, or the fair catch, was number 25 for the Baldwin Bears, and that is Juli Rivera.
Well, the coach for the Bears, Joe Blangatao, he has pressured for years for this state tournament. There you see our score, Kahuku 20-12, but he has wanted this state tournament for years, and he wants to prove that the neighbor island teams can compete against the Oahu teams. He's putting up a pretty good point right now, only down by 8, 20-12.
Very, very competitive game compared to our first game, which ended up in a 56-0 score, where, of course, St. Louis will be going into the first state championship. Hafoka, the quarterback for Baldwin, very, very elusive runner, and on that play over there, he hands off to number 44, Eddie Ferreira.
Yeah, let's watch the replay here, just right up the middle here to Eddie Ferreira. It's a few yards, but not much.
2nd and 7 from the Bear 13-yard line. Hafoka again lines up behind center. You have 2 split wideouts on either side. Runs the option. On that pitch, you have Wada, and he's been a real instrumental part of that Bear offense, and picks up on some nice yardage over there, and see if there we go. Yeah, we have the signal from the refs. We have a 1st down.
And Nolan Wallace scored 3 touchdowns last week against Farrington. Let's watch on Jiffy Lube replay. Got a touchdown earlier in this game. Watch him spread the offense out. Wada heads toward the corner, trying to get around. This is what he does best.
Yeah, first and 10 from the 25-yard line, and you have Hafoka going down the line off to the left-hand side, keeping it himself, picking up about 2 yards on that play.
Hafoka is very, very versatile. Let's watch it again on the Dietrich Insurance replay. He's a big playmaker for him. It looks like he's going to pitch it out and decide to keep it right here.
You have 2nd and 8 from the Bear 27-yard line. Hafoka again lines up behind center. I formation right in back of him. Quarterback draw, takes it up the middle, still on his feet. Finally gets dragged down at about the 47, 48-yard line.
Boy, Hafoka, beautiful quarterback draw. This guy can move. We saw him in the first half, how versatile and how elusive he is. He could have pulled back a little bit more and let the defense come around him, but still, the hole opened up and he makes a good gain.
Sacrifices everything, even his shoes. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the Bear 48-yard line. Looks like this is going to be the base offensive set that we're going to see all night. I formation right behind Hafoka. He drops on back, finds his receiver, number 44, and that is Eddie Ferreira, listed here at 5'9", 170 pounds.
Let's watch on the Seafood Village replay. Sierra gets out in the open. Here you see the pass behind Kahuku, who's playing soft in that area. Big game for the Bears.
Baldwin proving quite worthy to be part of this very first ever Hawaii High School State football tournament. Out of the I formation, you have Wada going in motion. Hafoka takes the snap. Ferreira has the ball, and he barrels forward for about 2 or 3 yards.
They don't seem to be having too much progress over on the left side of the Kahuku line when they do that. But when he fakes the pitch or tries to do an option, that's where they seem to be a little more versatile than just straight handoff like that.
One thing I thought watching the first half go off, that the Baldwin Bears did themselves real well if they had Hafoka moving around, because he is an elusive runner. Fumbled snap, all kind of dirty laundry on the field, and we're going to find out what's going on here. Preliminary indication says it's
Prior
false
to the
start.
snap, false start on the offense, 5-yard penalty. It remains second down.
So the Bears move back 5 yards, 2nd and 13. And the ball will be spotted at the 44-yard line.
Here's our Price Busters replay. Shoeless Stephen Hafoko. He couldn't get the snap. Fumbled it. They're lucky to get it back.
Again, 2nd and 13 from the Kahuku Red Raider 44-yard line. Split back this time behind Hafoka. Takes the snap. Sets up the screen. Nobody open. Throws it up anyway. Gets the ball batted down. Real fortunate play that nobody actually intercepted the ball. And coming close to that interception was the Red Raiders' number 88, and that is Lincoln Manuati, listed here at 5'11", 195 pounds.
It's Lincoln Manutai, yeah, and he's the guy that came in and made the stop. Or was that Manu Manuluno? Anyway, let's watch the Midas replay. This is very dangerous by Hafoku. He's very elusive, but he tries to commit a pass here right with the lineman right in front of him. That's not going to do it. And they're lucky they didn't get intercepted.
One of the few times that Hafoka is going to be lining up in the shotgun position. Back to pass, gets his receiver. Making the catch was number 12. That is, that was number 42.
Timothy Lyons.
That was Timothy Lyons, and making the stop there was number 12, John Wong, for the Kahuku Red Raiders. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right. Here's a Pepsi Joy of Cola replay. Anyway, Pepsi, there you see the pass right over the middle. Great pass where he has stretched arms as a defender and a great catch. Baldwin's moving the ball. Very impressed with this aggressive offense and defense of Baldwin.
Hafoka again behind center. Miscommunication in the backfield. He runs into his running back, number 44, Eddie Ferreira. And right after that miscue, of course, it gives the defensive line for the Kahuku Red Raiders time to come in and do their thing.
Yeah, fellow Tusi Milo is the one that made the tackle, but this is messed up. See, he runs into the receiver, or I'm sorry, the ball carrier, and that messes that whole play up, the whole scheming the whole time, and Kuku's already in there to make the tackle.
We have 2nd down and 11, ball on the Kahuku 31-yard line. Hafoka again lines up with just one back behind them. You have Wada going in motion. He takes the reverse, eludes one tackler in the backfield, and he goes down for a positive yardage. Looks like they're going to mark him out of bounds right over there, out at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, he gets Wada in motion here. Let's watch the Hawaiian Airlines replay. Wada's in motion. There's the handoff to him. And really good penetration by Kahuku, and almost gets the tackle on him, but they get him right there.
You have 3rd and 6 from the Kahuku 26-yard line. Hafoka lines up behind center. He's got split backs behind him. Fakes the 2 players, goes right down the middle, avoids 2 tacklers, and before you know it, he gets dropped by both number 41 and 85 for Kahuku, and that is, of course, Fuluta Tusi Milo and also Raymond Manumaluingwa.
Foco, I mean, this guy's something else. Let's watch again here on the replay. He was going to pass. His receivers recovered. So he saw that very quickly and decided to take off and run. Falls short of the first down, however.
Critical call here by the Baldwin Bears early in the second half. You have 4th down, 3 yards to go. And it looks like that Kahuku is going to make them think about it.
So there you see our score, 20-12 Kahuku over Baldwin. But Don, Baldwin looks very good right now. They're moving the ball. They're going down the field. They're doing what they have to do, mixing up their plays, making Kahuku stay back on their heels. There you see a Baldwin Bear. He's very happy.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with their overall team speed. And this quarterback, Stephen Hafoka, real elusive runner. He's listed here at 5'7", 168 pounds. He's a senior. He's one of their leaders. And as we saw in the first half, he's a playmaker. Okay, he scrambles out of the backfield. Very elusive. Kahuku, they have a real hard time getting up to him. And here we are on the screen over here. We have the Midas touch. Fantastic face of the game. And it looks like we have a fan from the Baldwin Bears.
There she is, yeah. Now she knows it. I'm the Midas fan.
Of course, you're going to walk on down, get her little Midas cap for being the fantastic Midas fan. Afoka on the keeper there, tries to go up right behind his center, well, in between his center and his guard. Needed 3 yards, only gets maybe about a half a yard, and they surrender the ball back to the Red Raiders on downs.
You know, I'm not sure that was the play to call 4th and 3, quarterback up to him. It'd been 4th and 1 maybe, but not on a 4th and 3. This line, this defensive line of Kahuku, not going to allow that.
As we see there on the sideline, Coach Joe Balantiao, he wasn't real happy with that play.
He's got to be happy with that play.
Nice defensive play over there. Making the carry for the Kahuku Red Raiders was number 44, Douglas Navahine. And making a great stop right in the hole was number 41, Ikaika Blackburn.
Yeah, he plays on our 6-1 defense. He's the one. He's the lone middle linebacker. And this guy is very good. He gets to the line and he makes the hits. He calls the defensive signals.
No gain on that play. You got 2nd and 10 from the 22-yard line. Funaki throws back. They try to do a forward pass. Good defensive play there by number 20 for the Baldwin Bears. And that's A.J. Garbin, listed here at 5'9", 169 pounds. He's only a sophomore. Good head-up play. And the intended receiver was number 20 on the other side, Orlando Wong.
Yeah, this was a double pass play. They did this last week against Conahuina, but this time Baldwin broke it up there, as you mentioned, by number 20, A.J. Garbin.
In fact, Garbin there came real close to getting an interception on that play. Funaki lining up at shotgun, finds his receiver down in the middle. Finally making a stop along the sideline over there is A.J. Garbin, and making the catch over there for the Kahuku Red Raiders was number 83, Fakaloloma Alevao.
Yeah, Baldwin was playing a little soft on our defense. They just threw it underneath the defense, and Olivao got the ball and ran for a touchdown. He's their main receiver. And when he gets the pass, he can run with it.
Okay, you have 1st and 10 from the Kahuku 38-yard line. You have Funaki lining right up behind center with the I formation in back of him. 2nd back through, gets the ball, cuts up forward, going towards the sideline, finally gets ridden out of bounds by number 25, that is Juli Rivera. On that carry over there, you had number 34, Kala Latuselo.
Holly Latuselo, who had a touchdown in the first half, 3-yard touchdown run. This was straight over right tackle. Let's watch it again. Latuselo, this guy can run with the football, and he's very hard to bring down. And he's got some good speed, too. Watch him hit the holes, go around his blocking, and goes down the field for a very good gain. This guy's a very good football player.
Take a look at Latusela there on the screen. He's listed here at 5'11", 200 pounds. He's got some real nice size. Look at that leg strength. And to go along with that, he's got some fine speed once he gets to that open field.
Yeah, he may play for a college somewhere, this guy. And we have a Red Raider down. Not sure who that is, and he's getting up right now.
It looks like they're going to bring 2 players from the bench to get him off the field. Kind of looks like a lineman with all that padding. Take a look at that, folks. Stadium Stars, high school sporting events tapes for sale. 486-9557. Stadium games all taped by the Jumbotron crew over here. And if you want some remembrance for especially your seniors playing here at Aloha Stadium, that's who you call.
Still haven't seen who that is, Don, but we hope he's okay, but they're carrying him off, and that doesn't look too good.
Okay, you got Funaki lining up behind center, 1st and 10 on the Bear 37-yard line. Takes a snap. Can't quite see who got that ball that time. I kind of caught a glimpse. That is number 9, Mulivai Pula. But we have all kind of dirty laundry, and we're going to figure out what this is all about.
You know, somebody moved. And it looks like it may be against Kahuku. It's Mike Goshima, our head referee.
Let's got the call from Mike.
Illegal shift, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Illegal shift. He didn't have enough people on the line, so can't do that. It's a no-no, so it's a penalty.
That'll make it 1st and 15 from the Baldwin 42-yard line. Funaki again lining up behind center. Offset backfield. Pitches out to again number 9. That is Mulivai Pula, and he's finally brought down there by number 12, and that is the quarterback, Stephen Hafoka.
Yeah, a lot of the Baldwin Bears, there's only about 40, so a lot of them play both ways. Hafoka's also playing defense. This is student body left, a USC trademark. And there you see, trying to make a game, but he really couldn't do it. Baldwin really spread their defense out and had that figured out.
Picked up 4 on that last play. It's 2nd and 11 from the 38. Now you have an option pass over there going downfield. Getting the initial pitch over there was number 15. That is Inoki Funaki, brother of Vi, the quarterback behind center. Intended receiver downfield was Orlando Wong, but he ran out of field.
Let's watch the Mountain Dew replay. This is a trademark of Kahuku. They do this a lot, especially when they have Inoki Funaki in there. And there you see the pass down the sideline, but he was out of bounds even if he caught the ball.
3rd and 11 from the 38. Vi Funaki fakes downfield. Nearly making an interception over there was A.J. Garbin.
Yeah, that play didn't look right at all. Everybody was covered on that, so that play didn't work. Baldwin Bears playing good defense right now. Let's watch it again on the All-Sport replay. There you see the pass over the middle. See that? Not a good pass.
Yeah, blown coverage back there, and Funaki back to pass, and he looks like he bounced the ball in, so this is going to be a dead play. So they went on it on 4th down with 11 yards to go, bounced the pass off the turf, and before you know it, they surrender the ball back to the Bears of Baldwin. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. It's 1st and 10. Baldwin will get the ball back on their own 38-yard line. Pretty evenly played game so far. I mean, as far as first downs are concerned, Baldwin has 12, Kahuku has 11, and our score is 20-12. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left again in the 3rd quarter, and we're in for a real big treat.
Yeah, this is a good game so far, and Baldwin and Kahuku are pretty much even strength right now.
Ferrero with the ball, and making a stop over there was number 98, Tavita Komeatu.
Well, Tamasialata also helped out on that play. But there's Fiera getting the ball right there. And again, Kahuku, you cannot, with their line, they're too big and too fast to just hand off. They're going to have to do the option plays. This is what Baldwin does well.
You got 2nd and 8, ball on the 40-yard line. Wada with the ball, pushes forward, gains about 2 yards on that play.
See, even that one, they pitched out, but Kahuku was already out there to get him before he could even make a good run on it. Let's watch it again on a Jiffy Lube replay. Okay, there's the pitch out. There's Kahuku's already up there, see? Good speed by the defensive line of Kahuku.
They picked up 2 yards on that play. That makes it 3rd and 6, ball on the 42-yard line. We've got a momentary stoppage of play over here. You have one of the Kahuku Red Raiders that has a little bit of a equipment problem. And that was number 1, Waika Abraham, defensive back for the Kahuku Red Raiders. Now you have Stephen Hafoka lining up behind center, single back behind them, Nolan Wada. Fakes to him, and he's scrambling around back there, gets chased from behind, finally gets brought down by number 94, and that is Stephen Kumai, listed here at 6'1", 200 pounds.
Steven on Steven, Dietrich Insurance replay, Shulis Hafoka. Bootlegs it, fakes it, looks like he might want to pass, and takes off with it, which is what he does very well, but they get him down very quickly. And someone is down. I believe that's, what number, is that number 15 or?
No, I got that. That's number 75, Jared Leung.
75.
Leung Wu. Listed here as a offensive lineman, 5'9", 235 pounds. Can't quite see what they're checking out over there. You have the stadium crew coming out, tending to him also, along with the trainers from both Kahuku and Baldwin. Checking out the line score over here, as you can see on our score clock, we have 1 minute and 13 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. It's 4th and 6, and real pivotal 4th down play here for the Bears of Baldwin. Show up here for a game between the Washington State Cougars against our own University of Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Last game of the season. What a turnaround for the Bows. Go Bows.
They win that game, it's 9, they'll go 9-3. And that will be redemption against USC if they beat Washington State against the Pac-10. Then they'll turn around and play Oregon State in the Oahu Bowl, another Pac-10 team. That ought to be a good game also.
So take a look at their at the injury. Don't know quite what they're looking at. They're not looking at the leg or anything like that. Finally gets up. Probably just got the wind knocked out of him, as you can see him kind of gaping off the field there. Maybe we can see what happened over here. We see him blocking for Hafoka. He gets kind of spun around there. Maybe that's all it was, wind getting knocked out of him.
Probably. It's a good thing he's okay, though. This is a big play for Baldwin.
4th and 6, kind of looked like they were going to go for it there a little bit. Then all of a
yeah.
sudden they line up in the punt formation. All kind of weird stuff happens.
Yeah, that was kind of weird there. Yeah, it looks like they were going to go for it. Then the punter goes back. And then they moved.
Prior to the
They're
snap,
trying to,
false start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
I think they're trying to fool Kahuku. Okay, we're gonna cover and go for it, and then very quickly get back and make the punt and catch them out of position.
4th and 11.
They moved.
Obvious punting position right now. So you have going back for the Baldwin Bears, number 55, Foren Aliosada. Oh, high snap. Gets it going. Nice, beautiful spiraling punt. Drops down. Finally down over there at the 15-yard line by number 50, and that is Salter Kekona.
Real nice punt. We've been seeing some good kickers in this tournament, and that was a good one right there. There you see our score, 20-12 with 33 seconds left here, Donald. We're watching a very good game. It's going to come down, I think, the last few minutes.
We might actually have a nail biter on our hands over here. As you saw there on the clock, we have 33 seconds left in the third quarter, and that was a 48-yard punt there. And getting the ball there was number 9, that is Mulivai Pula. And he finally gets chased out of bounds by number 25 there, that is Juli Rivera.
Mulivai Pula got a pitch out, got some good blocking ahead. What's this? Penalty. Legal procedure against Kahuku. Strike that back, Donald.
Okay, it looks like that, of course, Baldwin's going to take that penalty, march them back 5 yards. Let's get the official call.
Illegal procedure on the offense, 5-yard penalty. We repeat, first down.
Well, that's too bad. That was a good gain there.
If we take a look at the screen over there, you have head coach for the Kahuku Red Raiders. That is, of course, Yuaki Levi. Checking things out down there on the field. 1st and 15 from the 10-yard line. Funaki behind center, I formation behind him. Puli again getting the ball over there, going nowhere. I think he only gains about a yard on that play.
Yeah, the guy making a tackle again, Ikaika Blackburn. This guy is something else. He fills the holes very quickly, and he did on that play. Let's watch it again. Just a straight dive up the middle. Look at Ikaika coming there with his helmet. This guy can hit.
He's got to be not only quick, fast, but he also got to be real heady. As you mentioned, they play this unorthodox 6-1 defense, and after, once that running back goes right through the line, the only person right there is just that one linebacker.
Well, last year they played a 5-2. They decided to go a 6-1 this year. They weren't sure how the players would perform. They were used to 5-2. They decided to take a chance on it, and they got 3 shutouts in a row, and they decided, yeah, we want to go 6-1, and that's what they've been playing all season, and it's worked for them.
As we see there on the scoreboard, we just ended our third quarter, going into the pivotal fourth quarter here of this semifinal match between the Kahuku Red Raiders and the Baldwin Bears. 20-12, real tight game, and nobody's been able to budge here on the offense side of the ball game so far in the second half.
No, they haven't, and this right here is a big play, not only for Kahuku. These are big series of plays for Baldwin. Positioning of the ball. Kahuku doesn't want to get caught deep here. At the same time, Baldwin wants to stop and get the ball in good field position. This could be a big moment right now in the game.
Okay, we have a momentary lapse of play here. Referee scrambling around. Finally, Mike Oshima. There he goes, finally gets the clock going. You have Vai Funaki behind center. I formation behind him. Hands off the ball to number 34, that is Latu Selu. And he gets escorted out of bounds by number 51, and that is David Bailey.
Yeah, Latu Selu, he's big, he's strong, he's fast. We've talked about him many times before. Even on this play, he made a little bit out of he made a lot out of a little bit's what he did. He gets 5 yards really on his own here. Look at the way he just takes off with the ball. Right at the camera. Boom.
That makes it 3rd and 9 now. Ball on the 16-yard line. Key third down play now for the Kahuku Red Raiders. Then all of a sudden now you see Vai Funaki not liking what he sees in front of him, so he calls timeout. Second timeout called so far, so we have 11 minutes 55 seconds left in the game, and they're down to 1 timeout.
That may come back to haunt them. I don't know at this point in time. No one does, but it could.
Well, they're going to go on timeout right now, and so are we, so we'll see you in a little bit.
I like to sit in traffic. I always look at it as an opportunity to talk to the person next to you. But other people don't see it that way. lighten up. Just lighten up. You know, we're all stuck in this world together. Make it happy, you know. I don't mind sitting in traffic as long as I get Chevron with Techron. I feel great no matter where I am.
Make your car feel great. Use Chevron with Techron.
It's a party. It's like a tailgate party.
Welcome back to Aloha Stadium as you see some of the cheerleaders for the Baldwin Bears trying to get some of the spirit pumped into their defense right now because it's a real important third down play. Funaki lines up in the shotgun, takes a snap, flares the ball out to Latuselu. Looks like he doesn't have enough for a first down, though. He gets escorted out at about the 16-yard line, 16, 17-yard line.
Now they want to dump it out again, let Latuselu run with the ball and try to get to 9 yards, but Baldwin covered that play very well, and that was a key defensive stop for the Bears.
Orlando Wong for the Kahuku Red Raiders back to punt. Back to receive the punt is Juli Rivera. Punt bounces around over there and finally goes out of bounds, and it looks like it's going to get marked at about the 38.5-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good punt. Then it went down the sidelines, rolled a little bit, went out of bounds. You can't any better than that. But despite that, Baldwin's going to have pretty good field position in their own territory on about the 39-yard line, but this is an important drive for them.
Game pretty much evenly, teams are pretty much evenly matched, and real indicative of the score. Everything all the way around as far as the statistics and so forth. And we'll see what happens over here, what Stephen Hafoka can come up with the Baldwin offense. Lines up behind center, he's got split backs right behind him. Hands off wide to Nolan Wada, and he gets belted down by number 42 of the Red Raiders, and that is Leonard Peters, listed here at 6'1", 165 pounds.
I don't quite understand the play. Kahuku was playing up on that. Let's watch a Mountain Dew replay. They're not spread out at all. And they try to go around the end, and Kahuku, with their speed, they're going to catch that play. Be nice to see Hafuku throw a little pass play over the middle or something. That would have been interesting to see.
Wada picked up 3 yards on that play. It's 2nd and 7 on the 42-yard line. Hafoka takes the snap, does a little play action, throws a little bit wide of his wide receiver, and we're looking at 3rd and 7.
That's a tough pass to make. He goes to his left and tries to throw back over, and then he throws it behind the receiver. Kind of like to see him kind of roll out and throw a pass. See, he throws that way behind the receiver. This is a crucial down now for Baldwin.
I was kind of anticipating them maybe using his mobility.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's what he's so good at.
Hafoka takes the snap, moves up forward. You got a penalty flag that goes down. We'll probably get a holding, but Hafoka is still on his feet. And boy, like I said, he makes things real exciting on the offensive side of the ball.
Oh, this guy's something else. I mean, he runs with the ball and he passes with it. And there's a flag down that may be against Baldwin. It could be a hold call.
I mean, that was a real unfortunate penalty, but again, the excitement that Hafoka puts into the whole realm of the ball game when he starts rolling out on his own and starts improvising on his own.
Holding on the offense, 10 yards from the spot of foul. Repeat the down.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's too bad. It was a great run. You're right, Don. It was a great run.
Now things a little bit tougher now. It's 3rd and 19, ball on the 30-yard line. That scratches that first down run, and Hafoka lines up behind center. He's got I formation right behind him. Look at that. Like I said, he uses elusiveness, and if it wasn't for the turf, maybe he could have still been running around back there.
Yeah, but you know, they got him deep back there in their own territory, and he's down. Hafoka is down. Let's watch it again on the Minahuni replay. Hofoko's looking for a passer. He can't find anybody to cover. Look at a penetration by Kahuku. Didn't look at Hofoko get away from the defender. At this point in time, looks like he's going to make something out of something. He slips and falls down, and he's hurt. And this is going to be bad for the Bears if he's permanently hurt here.
Good to see the young man up and about. Like you said, it's a real dangerous situation for Baldwin if he's out of the ball game. Because if you look up and down their roster, their backup quarterback is also their kicker, number 11, Michael Donahue, and he's only a freshman.
Can you imagine that, a freshman?
As we see the concerned look on Coach Balangatao's face.
Well, they have to punt the ball.
Either way, Baldwin will be punting. That's back to punt again is number 55, Farron Aliosada. Drops that punt down. Wong picks it up on a hop. Reverses field. Bad move. Finally gets dragged down by number 44, Ikaika Blackburn. And like you said, he's a real active tackler.
Ikaika Blackburn, yeah, this guy is very good. We have a flag down on the play, however. Let's see what that is. Let's watch on a Minahuni replay.
We see Wong over there catching it on a hop, and you take it from here.
Well, he's another elusive runner, but he did not get away from Blackburn. Look at that, he gets him down.
Personal foul against the receiving team during the return, 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
See, now that's costly to Kahuku. They were close to they were close, actually, I think they were down in Bear territory, and that penalty is going to set them farther back.
If I'm not mistaken, when Wong took that ball on the hop, they were at about midfield, and he went backwards another 5 or 6 yards, and on top of that, you're going to tack on this 15-yard penalty.
That's a killer for the Red Raiders, and that's a big bonus for the Bears.
Now you have it 1st and 10, ball on the 29-yard line. You got Funaki again behind center, giving the ball up down the middle.
It's Latusello, I believe.
Yeah, that was Latusello with the ball. He picks up about 2 yards, and making the stop over there was big number 66, Lolohea Mahe, listed here at 6'4", 345 pounds.
This is straight up the middle. This is Kahuku football right here. Straight up the middle, take your best fullback, that's Latusello, and see what he can do with it.
That makes it 2nd and 7, ball on the 32-yard line. Funaki hands the ball off to Pulley and slashes off to the right-hand side of the line. Finally gets brought down by number 53 for the Baldwin Bears, and that is Ernest Alixa.
And so Kahuku now is back to running the ball, not doing a run and shoot type of offense. Brings up a 3rd and short.
Gain of 6 yards on that play. You have 3rd and 1, ball on the 38-yard line. I formation in back of Funaki. Ball given to Pulley, and heck of a play again by Blackburn.
Man, Baldwin, boy, they played that good. They played that right up. Everybody was right up on the line. And there was penetration. Just watching Dietrich Insurance replay. Watch his penetration. The quarterback almost gets tackled. Running back almost gets tackled. I'm sorry, right there. But look at all the Bears around here to make the stop. Great play by the Bears.
Number 53, Ernest Alixa, on that play. If you notice on the replay, it looks like he knew the snap count because he was just there
right
just when
in
they
there.
were making the exchange.
He was right there. Whoa, that's a first down by a nose and a half.
Well, that keeps the drive alive for the Red Raiders, and that makes it 1st and 10. You got 8 minutes, 32 seconds left, and the way that they're running the ball right now, Baldwin has to do something to get the ball back.
It's like going back to that first half when they made that pass interference call, got that touchdown. It may come back and really hurt the Bears. Who knows? Let's see.
Not only that, the 2 missed conversions on the Bears' part also. Funaki hands the ball off to, let's get that number there. That's number 13, Marcus Salanoa, listed here at 5'8", 175 pounds. Pops through for a nice gain. Looks like he picked up 9 yards on that play.
Yeah, we haven't seen Salanoa a lot lately. Kaneoku's replay, they have so many weapons, but this is a trademark Kahuku play right up the middle.
Funaki again behind center. Gets the ball out to Salanoa one more time. He picks up the first down, moves the pile forward for another good 2 to 3 yards.
And you know, Donald, with only 40 players and many players playing both ways, the Bears are starting to wear down. And I think Kahuku senses that, and they're trying to pile that ball up the middle and wear them down because they have the lead by 8 points. Let's watch this Chinese cuisine at Seafood Village replay. That's what they're doing. They're pile driving them. They're going right up the middle, and they're trying to punish the Bears as much as possible and wear them down.
And in the skill positions, they are deep, but making a monster stop over there. Number 54 won't have any hand in that. That is Thomas Miyamoto, listed here at 6'1", 245 pounds, and he meets Salanoa in the backfield.
And Thomas Miyamoto, 6'1", 245 pounds senior. Let's watch on our Price Busters replay. Look at that penetration. Gets right by his man, which is number 72. Good move and makes the play. Big play for the Bears.
My mistake over there. Latusella was the ball carrier on that last play. Loses 3 yards on that play, makes it 2nd and 13. Ball on the 49-yard line. Fake goes to Latuselu. Orlando Wong gets the reception, and he's moving. Nobody's tackling him. He's moving across the grain. Still on the open. 10-5, touchdown.
Wow. Wow. Orlando Wong. All I can say is wow. Throws a little out pass, and the rest is all Orlando Wong.
As you see the Kahuku crowd going wild, heck of an individual effort by Orlando Wong. Looks like he was going to get stopped around by the 30-yard line, maybe just, giving up that first down, but he takes it all the way in for the 6.
I can't wait for the replay on this.
Extra point try goes up. Looks like Kahuku's going to have to do it all over again because they have a holding call called on them. They'll move them 10 yards back. Might make it a little bit more difficult for the kicker.
A tad bit, I would say.
Holding on the offense during the try. We'll repeat from the 10-yard penalty.
Midas replay. There's the hold right there. See number 44? That's the guy holding. Douglas Nawahini.
So they're going to do this one more time. Kick is up. And it's still good.
Hey, no problem there. He got the extra point kick up. Simon Lee, he's a good kicker. He can put it through there. That's what he did. Now, I believe this is the Orlando Wong run. The Midas replay. Watch this. He throws it out to the flat to Orlando Wong. Now, this is all Orlando Wong. Watch this. We get some good blocks, but watch this guy run. Mr. Rubber Legs. Darts everywhere, trying to follow his blockers. Goes through the defenders, a missed tackle there. Still trying to follow his blockers. He says, okay, I'm going to go all the way across the other side of the field. I'm going to barn burn it all the way toward the end zone. That's exactly what he does. This guy is a highlight all to himself. There he is.
And that could have been the play that broke the back of the Baldwin Bears.
Very
Here
much
it is,
so.
6 minutes, 33 seconds left. It's a 3-possession game, really, for the Baldwin Bears. They really have to score real quickly right on this play right here. They had the opening kickoff. They sparked up some excitement. But of course, Kahuku, remembering that, squibs it down the middle, and the ball is down on the 30-yard line.
Well, this is pivotal for the Bears. They have to score, and they have to score now and as quick as possible to get back in this game as quick as possible. That's the guy who brought the ball back up for the Bears. That is Vela Heva. Let's watch him get the ball right here. A little squib kick. Tipped over. Makes the catch. Make sure you hang on to it and just drop to his knees. It's the best thing to do.
And we have a change at quarterback, as we kind of anticipated. Now we have number 11, Michael Donahue, for the Baldwin Bears. He's only a freshman. He's going to do what he can to help out his team move forward, but that's not going to do it right there. Flares it out to Nolan Wada, but has nowhere to go. Finally gets stopped there by number 42, Leonard Peters.
Let's watch on a Noah Foods of Hawaii replay. You get the sense that Kahuku, they know a new quarterback's in there. Now watch them come out and make the penetration that they need to make. That's number 42. Yes, Leonard Peters.
Really what you don't need when you're trying to come back here. They lost 7 yards on that play, making a 2nd and 17 on the 23-yard line. Donahue going to do his best to bring his team back under a lot of pressure. Gives up the ball right down the middle to number 44.
Eddie Ferreira.
Eddie Ferreira, and stop was made over there by number 42 again, Leonard Peters.
Let's watch on Hawaiian Airlines replay. This is a straight up the middle. You've seen Ferreira following his blocking, gets a good hole, but Baldwin has got to go down, and they got to pass, and they got to score quickly here. They can't really afford to run the clock down.
Nice 9-yard gain, making it 3rd and 8 from the 32-yard line, and things are getting worse right now for the Baldwin Bears. I just saw Nolan Wada, one of their big runners, going off to the sideline, and as we see over there, Donahue nearly gets his pass picked off there by number 41, and that is Fulutusi Milo.
Yeah, I think he was trying to go to A.J. Garbin, and there was just too many Red Raiders around to make that pass. Let's watch it again in a Chevron replay. There's too many Red Raiders around here. Watch this. He hangs that ball up. Hey, he may have gotten tipped. I think that ball did get tipped. I think 41, yeah, he tipped it right there. Who's 41? That's Palatusi Milo.
Covering the punt over there was number 50. That was Salter Kekona. Covering it down there on the 34-yard line. We got 4 minutes, 49 seconds left in the game. Score is 27-12. You have a 15-point spread over here. And with the running game that Kahuku possesses, they could actually run out this clock.
Yeah, they could. They got the people to do it. And that's what they're going to do. They're in the eye and they're going to run the ball.
Another change at quarterback. Kahuku put in number 15, Inoke Funaki, giving his brother a spell there, and he hands off to Salanoa, and looks like Salanoa picks up a nice gain on 1st down. I think he picks up about 4 to 5 yards on that play.
Baldwin's got to cause a turnover, do something at this point in time. They've got to make a quick stop, hopefully get a turnover, do something, because they're running out of time.
Time is definitely against the Baldwin Bears at this time. It's 2nd and 5, ball on the 39. Penalty markers all over the field. All of a sudden, you have number 28 for the Kahuku Red Raiders, and that is Joshua Sarsona.
26, actually, Magic Atuaya.
Thanks for the correction there, but we got all kind of dirty laundry, and I don't know if this play is going to get called back.
I'm not sure on it. Man in motion, yes. Personal foul. Both of them on Kahuku. Yes, this play's definitely coming back, and that's a big break for the Bears at this point in time.
Got a double whammy, so it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to play this as far as which penalty to take.
Well, they don't want to play any penalty. They don't care. They just want to get it back.
As we follow head ref Mike Goshima around, maybe we'll finally get everything all
There are 2 penalties
down
on the
pat.
play. We had illegal motion against the offense. With the penalties accepted, we had a personal foul. That penalty is declined. And 5 yards from the previous spot, repeat second down.
You take a look at Coach Levi. People kind of wonder why they didn't take the personnel foul penalty, is because they would have took it from the spot of the foul, and I still would have given Kahuku a first down. Funaki again behind center. Gives the ball up again to Atuaya. Atuaya splashes forward for about 3 yards.
Well, this is what they're going to keep doing, pounding the ball. Let's watch on the Chevron replay. They're just going to keep running the ball right up the middle. They want to run the clock out.
And the clock is just ticking away over here. It's 3rd and 6. Ball on the 38-yard lines, but more importantly, there's about 3.5 minutes left in the ball game to go. 2 more possessions that the Bears need. Funaki gives the ball up to Salanoa. He gets hit and dropped by Blackburn in the backfield.
Well, I'm really impressed with Ikaika Blackburn. This guy's something else. He gets through in the open field, makes the tackles. Watch this. Bam. As soon as he gets the ball, he hits him. And that may be a very, very big play. Baldwin's got to get the ball and score very quickly here.
Now Orlando Wong is back to punt. Boots up that ball. Calling for the fair catch was number 25, and that is Juli Rivera.
But we have a flag down. Not sure what that flag is, but we will certainly find out.
It looks like they call illegal motion, and they're going to see if they're going to do this all over again. So as head ref Mike Goshima confers with the captains, this is what will happen.
Illegal motion on the offense, the kicking team. That penalty is declined. First down.
Well, Baldwin wants the ball. They don't want to take another chance on a kick, so they're going to get the ball on about the 33-yard line.
1st and 10, ball at the 33-yard line, but the biggest enemy right now for the Baldwin Bears is that clock showing us right in our face right over here. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in the ball game, and it looks like they got to go up in the air. Hafoka is back to pass, and making a stop over there, making that defensive play was number 24 for the Kahuku Red Raiders, and that is Aaron Francisco.
Well, again, Hafoka back in the game. And this is they have to pass the ball. So watch it again, Chevron replay. Everybody's really covered on this play. See that? See all the Kahuku Red Raiders running? And the ball wasn't thrown all that well either. The only good thing about that play was it stopped the clock.
2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Hafoka behind center. Drops back to pass. Gets chased out of the pocket. Again, real elusive, but I don't know how much time he can take off that clock until he's finally brought down by number 41, and that is, again, our friend Fulutusi Milo.
Yeah, I think the best thing would have been just run out of bounds and stop the clock. He wasn't going to get a big gain anyway. Now it's still running. Well, it's stopped now because they're taking a timeout, but still, they wouldn't have had to waste that timeout if he'd just run out of bounds.
Okay, that's their first timeout that they burned up here in the second half, but I don't know how much time they'll actually have left. I mean, they've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to try to make this thing work. And as we see them kind of huddling around, hopefully Coach Balangatao has something up his sleeve. Again, 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. 3rd and 6, ball on the 37-yard line. And again, you have that 15-point spread. Now, as they're on their timeout and they're going to figure things out, we're going to take a little timeout and return back to Aloha Stadium. Welcome back to Aloha Stadium as we're going to figure out what's going to happen here. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, will Kahuku meet up with St. Louis for the very first ever state high school championship of football? Before that, we still have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. Hafoka directing his signals from the shotgun position. Back to pass, lays it out. Intended receiver was number 20, that is A.J. Garbin, and back to defend that play was number 1, Waika Abraham for the Kahuku Red Raiders. But we have some dirty laundry on the field, and we're going to figure out what's going to happen here on this play.
Procedure on the offense. The penalty is declined. 4th down.
Well, Kahuku, of course. Let's watch the Chevron replay. Kahuku wants to get the ball back as soon as possible so he can run the clock out. This pass is overthrown. Simply overthrows the receiver, who is covered well anyway.
You got 4th and 6. Kahuku refused the penalty, taking the downs. And I find this very, very surprising. With 2 minutes and 23 seconds left, you have the Baldwin Bears going back to punt. Ball finally going out of bounds there. They'll mark it at just about the 20-yard line.
And with 2:14 left, you know, at this point in time, I don't know, but Kahuku's gonna, you know what they're gonna do.
I really didn't understand that call. You got 4th and 6. You got less than 2.5 minutes left, and they punt the ball away. And you know what you're trying to do is give yourself a chance here. And I don't know how much they're actually gonna stop the Kahuku offense here. And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna try to keep it in bounds, and they're just gonna run.
The only thing Baldwin can do is try to strip the ball, do anything to get it back.
Atuaya with the ball, and he's dropped there by number 51, David Bailey. And Baldwin burns a timeout to stop the clock here. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in the ball game. What do you feel there, Mike?
Well, I feel at this point in time Kahuku has this game well in hand. Looks like they're going to be meeting St. Louis. Nothing against Baldwin. They played a great game. They showed a lot of neighbor island spirit, not Big Island pride, but Maui Island pride, and did the best they could. But I think Kahuku's pretty much got this game under control.
And out of the 2 semifinal games this evening, Baldwin really made a game and a real statement for the neighbor islands. Not to take anything away from Waimea, but they definitely were outclassed in the first game by St. Louis, losing 56-0. And as we take a look at the band members over here of the Baldwin Bears, nothing to be ashamed of. They really gave the game out to Kahuku. They scored first. Kahuku answered the bell. They scored again. It was just one of those things where now they're just running out of time, and with the missed extra points.
Big plays, too, which is Kahuku's known for their big plays.
Funaki taking the snap. On the carry over there, you have Salanoa. He's brought down by big number 76, Mahe. And look at that big guy.
He's a big guy, ain't he?
6'4".
Mahe.
6'4", 345 pounds.
My goodness, he's 2 or 3 guys in one uniform. Let's watch a replay. Let's watch Mahe make the stoppie. There it is, crush. I wouldn't want to be underneath that mountain.
Maui boy, who knows? He might follow another Maui boy.
Oh, my God.
That is, of course, Jesse.
Haleaka guy. He's a mountain guy.
Funaki back to pass. Gets his receiver. Garbin brings down the receiver, and the receiver is number 83, Fakaloloma Alevao.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they're throwing the ball. I mean, let's watch it again. I'm really surprised they just don't run it here with 1:08, but they decided to go ahead and throw it. But it worked for them, so they kept the ball.
It worked out. Looks like it's going to be a done deal now. Here it is, less than a minute. They picked up a first down. It's almost a done deal here, Mike. Atuaya with the ball. He gets stopped over there by number 54. That is Thomas Miyamoto.
Thomas came up and made a great tackle there. Let's watch it again. Chevron Replay, our sponsors of this state tournament. There you see the penetration of the Bears, but a little too late with 25 seconds and ticking.
We're 23 seconds and ticking on down, and like I said, it's almost pretty much a done deal. One more snap. Funaki takes the snap, hands it off to... Who's that down there? Yeah, there it is. That was Salanoa with the ball. And we got 10 seconds, and we're counting down to a matchup for the first state championship between St. Louis Crusaders and the Kahuku Red Raiders.
Well, we still have 7 seconds left, it looks like, on the clock, Donald.
I don't know if you got 2 touchdown plays for 7 seconds, though.
Boy, they'd be fast. And I'd like to see that, but, you know, I see 2 touchdowns scored that quick. You know, that would be something, but...
And again, it looks like next week, Saturday, we'll have a rematch of the Prep Bowl, which, of course, the state championship
That was
is
the
replacing.
third and last charge team timeout for Baldwin.
As we heard there by our head referee, Mike Goshima, Baldwin burns out their last timeout. Last valiant effort to maybe get that 2 touchdown play in 7 seconds there, Mike.
I don't think so.
Coach Siaki Levi, as you see him trotting off the field over there, probably breathing some sigh of relief because Baldwin did give them a little scare tonight. Funaki takes a knee. We're counting it down. 2 and 1. There you go. Final score tonight, 27-12. Score real close. You can see all from the statistical type of numbers over there. Everything was pretty much close. And as you see over there by the celebration, the North Shore will be rocking tonight.
Well, big plays, that's what hurt Baldwin tonight. But then Kahuku is known for that. They do that a lot. And they control the game. They seem to get in control of the game come the 4th quarter. This is what they do very well, and they're very well coached. And you know what? They didn't make that many penalties. Well, they made some penalties again tonight, but not as much as they usually do. But Baldwin, you can't take anything away from them. They played a spirited and a great game, Don. They really did.
Give credit to the Bears, though. There they are. They have nothing to be ashamed of when they finally catch that plane going back to Maui, because they gave Kahuku a heck of a game.
They sure did, and we may see them here again next year. And who knows what the results will be then.
Well, it's going to be kind of tough because we look up and down their roster, like you mentioned. They only got about 40 players. But out of those 40 players, a good 30 of them are seniors. So this may have been their last hurrah.
Well, their junior varsity went 7-1 last year, so who knows. But this was a great game, nonetheless. There you see the coach, Siaki Levi, coaching Coach Blanacao.
Yeah, there you see the admiration and the respect.
Right.
It was a heck of a ball game. There's no shame, and like I, you know, look at the score, 27-12. It was a nail biter until the very end when Orlando Wong broke out for that unbelievable run and really crushed the back.
Mr. Rubber Legs, he's something else. I've watched him all season long. This guy can run with the football.
He's Mr. Everything, because during the playoffs they opted to go to him for quarterback.
That's right, and he can throw the ball as well, so he's very versatile.
He's a very versatile athlete. And as you see there, heck of a battle that went out on the field, and if anything, you know, there we see Wada, number 32. They made a great ball game out of this. I mean, like I said, there's no shame on the behalf of the Baldwin Bears. Well, on that note, here we go. Again, state championship will pit the St. Louis Crusaders against the Kahuku Red Raiders again. On behalf of the Stadium Star crew, myself, Donna Belena, and of course my partner, Mike Nelson, and of course our standout floor manager down here, George Sankey. Thank you for joining us for semifinal action here at Aloha Stadium. Good night, and see you at the first annual state championship.